At a campaign event, Hillary Clinton was asked about her campaign contributions and whether or not it would impact her policy decisions. Now, her answer was really interesting. Take a look.
Thank you for taking my question, Secretary Clinton. So I'm going to be honest. I was disappointed by the answer that you gave before about climate change. You said earlier that you think this election is going to be a really deciding election for this century, and I think that climate change is a really important part of that. And so I'm wondering, is your answer and your refusal to take leadership on climate change due to the fact that you have contributions from the fossil fuel industry in your campaign?
No, it's not. And I understand, I know what the right answer in terms of getting votes would have been. The right answer would have been, you bet I will ban extraction on public lands. And then if somebody said, and how are you going to do that? Well, I will advocate for it. And how are you going to get it done? I will keep advocating for it. We have to change our energy policy. I have been clear about that. I have been repeatedly clear about that. Sorry if the answer, the specific answer, wait just a minute, dear, wait. Well, no, wait. That's okay. I am all in favor of acting on climate. You know what? I have said in this campaign, I'm going to tell you what I believe. And some people may like it, and some people may not like it. And I believe strongly
That was great because it just shows that she does not respond to being heckled very well, nor does she respond very well to tough questions. And what's illuminating is the fact that she got a standing ovation by her supporters for just saying, quote, "In this campaign, I've said I'm going to tell you what I believe." Really? Does that warrant a standing ovation? Do her supporters literally just accept everything that she says at face value? I mean, look, I think that Hillary Clinton's supporters are smart people, but I can't help but wonder if they can be objective and actually critique her. As a Bernie Sanders supporter, I could actually critique Bernie Sanders even though I like him, and I could state that I disagree with his stance on Israel and Palestine. I disagree with his stance on gun control. I wish he'd take a stronger stance on that and marijuana. I wish he'd stop using the same rehearsed talking points over and over, and I wish that he would stop saying things like he's not a capitalist because it's not true. The point is that, I'm not trying to throw Bernie Sanders under the bus, but I'm trying to say that we can't mindlessly follow candidates. We have to be objective. We have to critique them when they're wrong, and we have to hold their feet to the fire. Hillary Clinton has lied over and over and over again, and I don't think that anything she says is genuine anymore. And if you sincerely think that her campaign contributions won't be a problem, then you're very naive. I mean, look at Barack Obama. He had taken so much money from banks, and what does he do when he gets in? He does some favors for the banks. He takes money from corporations. What is he doing now? The Trans-Pacific Partnership. So look, it's corruption, and we can say that a candidate is corrupt if they're corrupt. We can say that they're lying if they are lying. We have to be objective. Now, at the debate, Hillary Clinton stated that one of her main enemies was the pharmaceutical industry, but U.S. News reports, quote, "Clinton has accepted nearly $1 million from drug and health companies and more than $2.7 million from the insurance field and its related sectors." And this is according to an analysis of public records from the Center for Responsive Politics. So if you think that she's actually serious about cracking down on climate change or cracking down on Wall Street and the big banks, that's not going to be the case. She's going to get in office and be another corporate shill just like Obama. Now, you may agree with her politically. You might be a centrist yourself and like her policies. You might like her stance on foreign policy and whatnot and like that she's a hawk. But if you think that she's going to get in and actually represent you as opposed to her corporate buddies, you're going to be very, very disappointed in a President Clinton. Now, this is why I support Bernie Sanders, because I look at the campaign contributions and I see, if this person is taking money from X, Y, and Z, do I think they can represent me well? And I think, no, that's not the case, because they're giving this money and expecting something in return. They want a return on their investment. That's rational. It's self-interested. It's what drives us all. So to think that Hillary Clinton will get in and take a strong stance on the big banks, on Wall Street, on climate change, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The main point that I want to get across is to Hillary Clinton supporters. Please be objective. You can't just say that she's right in all circumstances. That's absurd, because then you're not being serious about politics. You're all intelligent people. If you support Hillary Clinton, you support liberal values to some extent, and so therefore you are more intelligent than Republicans. But you have to be objective. You have to critique politicians, because if you don't, then they will just do what they want if they're unaccountable and if they're unchecked. So it's the same thing for Bernie Sanders and his supporters. We all can critique him. I've seen multiple videos from Bernie Sanders supporters stating how he can really improve his campaign. Bill Maher was critiquing Bernie Sanders and actually gave him a really hard interview, even though Bill Maher is a Bernie Sanders supporter. So look, be objective and critique candidates when they do something bad.